The last game of the 2022 calendar year here at Trinity Ice Pavilion between the Syracuse Orange and the Vermont Catamounts in Syracuse. Hello again, everybody. I'm Matt Kibby. This is Jeremy Striano. Last night, a really good game between these two teams, Jeremy.
Yeah, it was almost a picture-perfect game in terms of a defensive standpoint, but it was that top line for the Catamounts that saw a breakthrough late in the third to walk out of here with a 3-1 win.
Let's take a look at those highlights from last night here at Trinity. When you look at this game, Jeremy, it was early the Vermont Catamounts.
Yeah, Lara Beecher's going to find Evelyn Blaise-Savoy right in the slot past the blocker for Ariel Smet, gets them on the board early, 1-0.
Then it was Tatum White from Rayla Clemens in the second, easy goal for Tatum White.
Yeah, but then Vermont's going to respond in the third here, that top line. Schafsal's going to put a rebound here, and Corinne McCool, Johnny on the spot, puts the Catamounts up 2-1, and then Tinka Petkova puts the nail in the coffin there, and the Catamounts walk out of Trinity with a 3-1 win.
Syracuse is going to try and split this series, Jeremy. What are they going to need to do?
Well, for Syracuse, they're going to have to clean up the breakout play. You want to just clean things up on the back end, get into neutral, find those exits. You're going to want to find your wingers, and it starts with Rayla Clemens. Rayla Clemens has a pure speed ability. She's going to have to be finding the back of that net. She's going to have to find the back of the defense as well. And then when it comes to power plays, crash that net. Put a body in front, like a Sarah Thompson, a Tatum White, or a Lauren Bellefontaine.
On the other side, when you look at Vermont, what are they going to need to do?
Well, you're going to have to harness their speed, because there was one chance where Bellefontaine and Clemens were able to find the behind of the defense, but it starts with Sini Karjalainen, because she's a two-way player, and that's my other point. Turn defense into offense. Have her generate some chances and get some scoring chances for Vermont.
Well, we've heard from Jeremy. Let's head down to our ringside reporter, Jared Johnston, with more. Malinkova back over to the far side. The captain, Schafsall, has it. Back to the middle, at the point. Malinkova has an open shot. She takes it and she scores. It's 1-0 on the power play goal. That's Malinkova's 13th goal on the season. Comes on the power play, another early 1-0 lead and another test for Syracuse.
A shot.
Rayla Clemens with it. She has speed in front of the net, takes a shot. She scores! It's 1-1! On the breakaway, Rayla Clemens, just like that, ties it up. Goberis loses it. It's going the other way now with Turner back behind. Picked up by the Bulldogs, sent into the offensive zone, tipped in, but it stays hung up at the blue line. Knocked in by Hunter Wentz. Shot! Oh. Spinorama shot there from Ty Jens, who is the leading scorer for the Bulldogs here, Johnny, with 7 goals to his credit.
Yeah, he's been
back up to his own point, passes it over to his captain, Nitsky. Down low, along the half wall, that's going to be Bishop into the slot shot. One-timer score! Jackson United on the power play! Wilcox knocks it down, gets behind the net. 1:30 left to go in the man advantage, 7:43 left to go in the game. Shot, bar down, top shelf where Grandma leaves the cookies for Chapel. That's a hat trick on the power play.
Had it for a moment, lost it. Now she'll get it back in the neutral zone. Back over has McCool. McCool looking for an outlet. Poked away for a moment by Batherson, and Clemens also getting into the party. White tied up in the center ice circle. Vermont is able to get it back. McCool with it. Back now on her stick, takes a shot, she scores! She's got 2 goals on the weekend.
Celebrating right in front of her family there. Corinne McCool able to just capitalize and put the UVM Catamounts up 2-1.
It started with McCool and then ended with McCool. Face-off is down and we are underway here at Arrington Ice Arena for overtime. Next goal wins. Free hockey here at Arrington Ice Arena. Back in, Eve Parker has it for the Green Knights. 3-on-3, the ice opens up substantially. Roy gets it out. Here they go. They're going to have a 3-on-0. The Bulldogs could win it here. Kaylee Caderet to Carmen Harrison. Back to Caderet. She shoots. She scores. The Bulldogs win. Kaylee Caderet. Jimmy might need to take some credit for the goal. Wraparound shot. hit off, it's called off. No goal from the official. Puck is still loose. Players are down on top of it. DeSmet finally finds it and covers. Oh, chaos in front of the net almost makes it 3-1. Welcome back here on the Q's.com show between the Syracuse Orange and the Vermont Catamounts here at Trinity Ice Pavilion. 1-1 hockey game here. Let's take a look at the highlights from the first period, Jeremy.
Both teams just coming up aggressive here, Matt. It starts here with a Syracuse chance. Sarah Rousseau is going to fire one on net. Sarah Marchand, unfortunate to get that rebound.
Take over Vermont's first chance, a big one. DeSmet stands tall. Well, stops it with the chest pad.
Yeah, and Syracuse as well. Just Ariel DeSmet able to just defend all of the cross-crease passes here, but that cross-crease pass is going to come here as Shofsall finds Natalie Milikova to take a 1-0 lead.
That was on the power play. Syracuse quickly, right after that goal was scored, had a chance. It was Rayla Clemens on a breakaway.
The forehand, backhand, back to forehand is the equalizer there. We have a 1-1 hockey game, Matt, coming into the second period.
Let's take a look at the first period stats. Shots on goal even, 13 apiece.
I look at the face-offs here, Matt. 11 apiece. Yesterday, Syracuse, clear leader in face-offs after the first 20, but 11-11. 22 face-offs in the first period. A lot of stoppages here for McPherson and Ariel DeSmet, but here's the one that I want to keep an eye out for. 5-2 block shots. That number's going to grow as we go on to the next 40.
Well, looking into this second period, Jeremy, what needs to change for both teams?
Well, if you're Vermont, you know, I like the structure of Vermont. They're just a little more, they need to have a little more crispness with their passes here and then try to just throw one on net. And the same thing goes for Syracuse. You want to just find that structure, and it starts with the power play. You have 1 minute and 40 seconds trying to generate some offensive chances there on this power play. You know, you're going to get your first unit coming on the ice here, so it starts with the power play. If you can get a chance early on, it's a great start for Brittany Smith's squad.
You look at the power plays, one power play goal. It's the lone goal for Vermont. Brittany Smith said the power play needs to get going for her team in this weekend series.
Yeah, she's been really impressed with all the special teams. Starts with the power play. The penalty kill has been great. I believe it was Coach Farrell that called the penalty kill electric last night. So special teams has been a huge part of the arsenal here for the Orange. And again, it starts with the first 140.
Well, Jared Johnson got a chance to catch up with Coach Farrell coming out of the locker room. Jared, what do you got for us?
Thanks, Matt. Coach Farrell said that first and foremost, Syracuse needs to work to make sure that they can get this power play shored up, and secondly, continue the momentum that they had forechecking in the first period. The aggression allowed them to get back into this game. That's her key to the second period.
A good key to have for the Coach Farrell and Coach Smith. Aggression is a huge part of the power play.
We're going to see a lot more physicality here in the next 40. We saw it yesterday, and again, it's a similar scoreline. Matt, it's going to be a lot of bodies again, just crashing.
Both teams have switched sides. Syracuse 5-on-4 for the next minute and 40 seconds. Trying to take a lead. It would be their first lead of the series.
It's a formidable top line for Vermont, so for more on the matchup, let's hear from head coach Brittany Smith with our Matthew Kibby.
Coach, when you look at this matchup today, what is your team going to have to do to pull up the victory over Vermont? Lauren, when you look at this game and so far, your team has had a couple of chances in the offensive zone. What does your team need to do in the second period to finish them?
Great. I think we're doing a good job of putting pressure on them. I think we just need to get more shots, get to the dirty areas, and yeah, just keep the pressure on throughout the whole rest of the game.
You're the captain. What's the message in the locker room going into the rest of the second period and third?
I think we just need to maintain what we've come out doing. I think just staying positive and like playing for each other is a huge thing that we're reinforcing throughout the period. So yeah, just sticking together and not backing down.
Thank you, Lauren. Jared, Jeremy, back to you.
Thanks so much, Matt.
Tatum, can you walk me through that goal?
Yeah, I think our line and our team have been playing a really good defensive game, so we just had a really good battle in the D zone, got that puck out. Tommy chipped it to Rayla in the middle, and then Rayla just hit me with a nice pass. I saw the opening in the bottom corner, and I hit it.
With the third period coming up, what does your team need to do in the next 20 minutes to pull out a win?
I think we need to continue what we're doing. I think we've been playing a really good game so far, especially in the D zone, which is building into our O zone, so just continuing what we're doing.
Tatum, thank you. Jared, Jeremy, back up to you.
Thanks so much, Matt.
Coach, some personal news for you, some personal achievement. You officially have tied Ron Fogarty for the all-time wins behind the bench of this team. Your old coach, what does that mean to you?
Well, it means a lot. Folks and I are really good friends, and outside of my dad, he's my other best coach that I've ever had. So to be in company with Ron is pretty special, and I'll give him a buzz tonight and give him a little bit of grief about it.
Coach, thank you for your time as always. Good luck next weekend.
Thanks, guys.
Pressure, but Syracuse gets the puck back. Now let's send things down with Matthew Kibby, who caught up with Coach at the end of the first period.
Thanks, Jared. And when you talk to Coach Farrell, she said the defense needs to do what they're doing right now, which is play tough and keep playing physical. On the offensive side of the puck, they need to keep moving the puck around the zone, take shots at the net, and work their game low to high in that offensive zone. Back up to you guys. Coach Farrell, after that second intermission, came to me and said, our penalty kill was electric. It gave them a ton of momentum going into that rest of the period. The 5-on-5 play has been really good. They've been taking what's been given to them, and that's what she said they need to work on in the power play. Take what's given to you, find the back of the net, take more shots on goal, and you might pull out a victory here against the number 13 team in the land. Jared, Jeremy, back up to you.
Off the ice, Elena Tansky, who got caught up in a collision. Let's go to our reporter, Matt Kibby. What's going on down there?
Yeah, Tansky was on the bench with a helmet off getting checked out by the trainer. She's all good now. She got a smile on her face talking to the trainer. The medical staff came over and checked her out as well, so she's cleared to go. She'll be back on for her next shift. Doug, Will, she had one simple message. The team needs to bring more energy in the second period. That involves being more consistent, and they need to get going offensively. The second period, expect a different look from the Syracuse hockey team. Heather Farrell got deferred to, the freshest face on the bench, and she said this team needs to be gritty in the third, stay out of the box, and they need to make a statement here in this third period if they want to pull off the W. Back up to you guys.